one that involves boarding a plane in Southern California and flying more than halfway across the country in hopes of arriving safely in Chicago. Renting a car.
Hello, everybody.
Probably gonna have to hit the car wash before
Happy Adam Day.
And going through 7 states, starting with Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado.
What
Utah,
an epic video,
Arizona,
right? I love the ending.
to
It's
the Golden
killer,
State,
the showing of the making of the car and all the props.
1983 comedy classic, directed by Harold Ramis, starring Chevy Chase.
The song, I thought he definitely stepped it up a notch.
As the credits
The editing.
sequence ends, you see the skyline of a postcard of Chicago, and then the real Chicago, which just so happens to be right there. The same angle.
But what better
the same
day
shot.
to
The
finish
movie
Adam
begins,
than Adam the Woo Day,
as
right?
does this adventure. Let's go.
What
In
better
a clever
day?
twist of coincidence, the first real scene of the film takes place about a block away.
I haven't caught up with any comments. I'm trying to
road.
get this phone to work again.
Right? In that car dealership parking lot, nobody tries harder to please you than Lou Glutz Motors. The paint has been changed just a little bit, but that stairwell is still there. And the office where the salesman was terrified when he saw them pull up, because he
I
realized
can't get this thing to work, guys.
the car they were looking for did not come in.
My
If you're
Android
driving the
has
whole
just
tribe cross
Gone
country,
bonkers. It's got all of its power,
this is
but
your automobile. But in
Won't let
the
me
end,
read
the
the
dealership
comments.
won out because their old car was flattened
let's see if I can get it to
like a
work. I'll
pancake.
try again.
Wham, 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 wham. Begrudgingly, the car was driven home.
Oh, it's telling
the
me to
starting
clean
point of the road trip
There you go. I
down
cleaned
this one-way road. In fact, they passed that tree and that pole.
it. 12
that
MB's
still
memory
exists.
fee.
Thankfully, there was
Melodies, Gomez,
not oncoming
Eric.
traffic like there is
Creeper,
currently.
and
There would have been a
how
head-on
goes it?
collision as they pulled in the
I'm
far
trying to
side
catch
of that driveway
The
where
hellos.
this wall now stands. Audrey riding her bike.
And I like the
directly along
30-minute
this path.
time. That's a good sitcom time, you know?
And then Ellen steps out of that door, and the family first experiences the glory of the family truckster. Right there. Even the garage still looks exactly the same. By pulling out, knocking all the luggage on the ground. This trip's not
Oh,
off
now
to
this thing is
not
so
off to a
far
very good
behind.
start.
I tell you
As
what.
the family drives past the skyline, it passes that famous fountain. The interesting thing is, the actual cast family was not here in Chicago as they passed this. It was
Okay,
just
let's
a
see
crew.
what you guys been talking about.
The rest of them didn't meet up.
Hey, Gomez,
till
Creeper,
Colorado.
Melodies.
Movie magic.
He didn't ask his
It's a
mom at
beautiful
all. Hello. Hello. Yeah, he did a good filming look, and I like all the music that went along. I like the little cardboard car that he...
At this truck stop, you can stop for fuel, just like they did. In fact, right here, he was having a little trouble finding the gas tank.
Oh, cool.
And ended
Thanksgiving.
up
Thanksgiving.
ripping the tag off. Looks considerably different. They have remodeled quite a bit. The lady over here in the car with her child did not realize the license plate was going to get that close to her head.
What do we got to do here?
Hey, see that, kid? That's the St. Louis Arch. The gateway to the west.
I've been to the St.
Over
Louis
600
Arch.
feet tall. There's an elevator goes all the way to the top. That's 60 stories to you and me. Wow, Dad, can we go up on it? No, and there's one thing
Why
I
am I
learned
missing
from the
my
movie.
brush?
If you veer
There
off
it is. Life
to the
without
right
that
up here,
brush would be a sad day.
you will become lost. The inner city took place here at Warner Brothers Studios. The first angle when they pull into town.
Adventures by George. How goes it?
We can't hide our eyes to the plight of the city.
How goes it, brother?
You seeing all this plight?
You're really good at that edge and vision. Dude, all those old rides you brought me back to, that was a really good one.
Came in handy. To the spot
May you get a million views on that video.
their interaction.
Wandering Chris, how
Below the
goes it?
hotel sign. And when they turned the corner,
It's Adam the Woo Day.
maps were magically
Just
stolen
painting Adam.
during a conversation. Just trying to find directions back to the interstate.
Listening to Adam.
He just wants to find the freeway. If you happen to fall
Got
asleep
my
in the middle of the night, going down
Adam
an off-ramp,
glasses
this is an appropriate one
with my
to do so.
Adam
on.
sticker.
In fact, this is the exact one.
That Adventures by George, guys, he's friends with Adam. Can you talk more, George?
To end the shot. The small motel that
No,
once
may
had
you get
this
a million
address has been
views.
replaced.
NTL vlogs in the house.
But right here,
I was just talking
at this
about you,
street corner,
Michael, in
the
a
stunt driver did a heck of a job
in someone else's live stream.
spun
Me and
around
Rosie
twice
were
in the
boosting
vehicle.
your channel.
Once
Time Chaser,
backing into this
Jared.
particular driveway, and another as it neared a parking spot located where that wall is situated now. Well,
Oh.
up and at 'em. We're here. Kids, this is the very street Wyatt Earp used to keep law and order on. Well, kinda. Just a few feet away
He did
Once
some
again,
traveling for this one. He was,
at Warner Brothers Studios.
but it
and
better be Back
behind
to the
these
Future 3
buildings
next. I was
used to
trying to
be an
predict
area
Back to the
called
Future 3 because I
Laramie
thought I
Street.
had it pegged, but I was apparently
Old
wrong. So
Western
now,
State.
Adam, if you get to watch this video,
And that's where
I hope you're
Dodge
working on the
City,
Back to the
Kansas
Future 3
took
video.
place,
And do it like you did
and
this
where
one with all
Audrey
these
almost
props and all
lost her
this
hearing.
stuff
As
here
they
and there and
cruised
stuff.
along here, he was
No,
trying
buddy.
to explain to his family
Maybe dress up
why
like
they
Doc
needed
Brown,
to
I don't
stop
know.
off at the House of Mud. But they weren't interested. And if you pay attention out his driver's side window as he's trying to convince them, you'll notice
Oh, that's
these
cool.
dirt mounds off in the background. They're still there. At first I thought they were real mountains, but they're just little
Yeah, it was just a guess, you know, I just wanted it too.
I pretty much made
And
a
now that I
mountain
see what he's doing
out of a molehill. As he looks in his side mirror, we have the first appearance
with
of
his
Christy Brinkley,
his
who is driving
shtick
directly
now,
towards where I'm currently standing.
redefined
Now,
shtick.
if you look across the street, you will notice an electrical box on the far right of the screen and a tree on the left. And if you match it up to the still from the movie, you can see they have omitted and they have removed the telephone poles. In fact, if you look closely where the two cars are racing down the road, look at the structures in the buildings behind them. It's the same spot that I'm sitting currently. Right there. They were basically zooming down this back road thoroughfare. That dilapidated building can also be seen once again at the very end of that scene as she's driving away from the family.
I was just hoping and
and from
dreaming,
Clark.
okay?
But she'll be seen again. She'll be back. She'll be back.
Mauricio.
When they arrive in Coolidge, Kansas
Hola,
to visit
¿cómo
Cousin
estás?
Eddie and pick up Aunt Edna, don't be fooled because it's basically in the middle of nowhere, Colorado, down this dirt road.
He was down by
If
the
you look
Swedes.
closely,
Were you hanging out
On
with the
right of
Swedes,
your
Adam?
screen, you can see the homestead right there. When the car pulls in, right past that tree is a fence line. And there used to be a driveway, and the truckster turned and parked right about there on the other side of those trees. And it pretty much looks the same, different coloration. But that's Cousin Eddie's house. Around the back was where the teeter-totter and the worm farm. And the old barn has been torn down, and there's a new one, but a lot of scenes filmed right here on the
I
side.
have
The
painted a
porch swing
lion a
has
couple
been removed.
times.
But other than that, kinda
I
get
know
the
which one
same
you're talking
vibe
about.
as
I
if
mean, I have it.
Cousin Eddie was
Why, would you like me to
starting
show
up
it?
a picnic.
I mean, I
They were
got
sitting
it over
here.
there somewhere, right? It's in
He
the
grew up.
pile.
It was right over there.
You've
next to
seen the
road.
pile. I don't call it a pile.
He wasn't grilling hamburgers after
Pile
he
of
was growing
fart.
up. Just the buns. Did you tell him the good news?
Railroad, how goes it, buddy?
You're driving me to Phoenix.
I listened to some of your live stream earlier, but you know, I can't comment when I got earbuds and listening in my pocket. Anybody like trains, go check out Railroads. Good kid. Really excited about stuff someone his age you wouldn't think would be, and it's pretty awesome. Antiques and
When you're on
trains
a
and such.
cross-country trek to Wally World, sometimes you need a little break.
Oh, well,
That's
taking a
where
break is
rest
okay.
stop comes in handy. Oh, look. Here's
I
one
really
now.
only have scheduled
case,
in my
they decided
brain
to grab
every
a
day. I
bite
know
to
I do
eat
more, everybody,
at
so
the
when I say
picnic
this, it
table.
might be like,
It
what?
just so happens
But this,
that picnic table
7:30
still
to 8
exists
every night,
in the same location. In fact,
is the
if you
only
look at
video
those
I
hills
have in my
the
brain.
background
Hey, I'm going to make
and
that
tree
today.
to the right of the screen, this was where Rusty was, quote, playing with the dog. Come get some lunch. Stop playing with the dog, when in reality, the dog was mowing down on his leg. And this little weird stump coming out of the tree,
I mean, I only made 2 today, right?
still exists too. The angle. Right
Yeah, I'll
there.
take
A little
150
more
for
foliage
it.
than before, but
Of
that's the
course
spot.
I
The
will.
limb as well as the tree itself.
And remember, right now it's buy one,
has
get
been
one
removed
free.
that Chevy Chase was leaning
And Time
against
Chaser, you're going to
shortly
get
before he started
a free
dancing
sticker.
with the bologna.
I handed out
and
6
cheese
stickers
sandwich.
today.
It would have sat
They were all to
basically right about
people
here.
I had
He
to
was
give a sticker
doing his
to.
best, standing
family
right in
members
here
and such.
to impress Christy Brinkley, who was standing right over
Good
in that
friends,
the buildings
bosses,
in the background
you know.
still
Put
look
this on your
identical,
truck.
However, in which he's calling for Rusty. He's
Put
not
this on
here
your
right
van.
next to the table. He's way over on the other side of the
They're
complex.
like, ah, cool.
Movie magic, once again. I have to wonder how many people have sat on this now deteriorating bench, not knowing that the Griswolds once shared some sandwiches here before they realized that the dog went on the picnic basket. After the adventures at the rest stop, they decided they need a good night's sleep and pulled over into this driveway, which used to be Camp Comfort. Camp Comfort looks pretty good. Now, a lot has changed, but a lot remains the same under disguise, if you will. Like the painting and the wood color on that building in the background looks different. But they pulled up right here.
So what were
in
you
park,
guys' thought on Adam's
basically
news?
in
Because
front
it's
of
kind of
this
like he took his
addition.
style of the first style of videos he did in the beginning,
See if there's any
and then he took
availability
some of his
for the
style
night. The
from
office has been enlarged quite
Daily
a bit. Where they
Woo.
walked in was through
And then
that
he just
door.
went
They had
all
built that
like,
counter there to the left.
you know, he
And the
built a
original
car
counter
and
here
rode
that he
around it
checked in.
like he was the
Basically,
Griswolds. That was brilliant. That was
standing,
like
as
the
you can
Wizard.
see,
That was
they
like one of my
expanded the gift
favorite
shop
things.
a little.
And then the making of it at the
Sounds
end,
exactly the same. The accommodations were built specifically
good stuff,
for
mate.
the movie
Good stuff, mate.
at the top
Good show.
of this rocky terrain where they climbed up to pack the
Good
luggage
show,
on the
sir.
car. But look down there. One of them still remains abandoned at the bottom of the hill. Out of all that were assembled, this
Yeah,
is
he
the
needs to go to
last
your app anyways.
remaining one, and the bullhorn.
He
and they
needs
have
to go
documented
over.
it
He's
and
got
called
lots
it
of fans
Sparky's
over.
Place, which was the
Over
nickname
there in the Europe.
that he had.
I've seen
the
because of the,
movie.
you know, the Facebook group.
You have to
There's
wonder
lots of
if right in here
British folks over there, isn't there?
was where they were in the
Lots
sleeping
of
bag
limeys,
together.
like.
Safe to say, I was not expecting to find this remaining out here. In a golf cart now, heading down the hill, going to see the Camp Comfort signs that are...
Yeah, well, I like what he did today. I like the car.
There they are.
I like that.
Wow.
What's the word he liked to use? The jovial. Is that right? He looked like he was having some good times doing this. It doesn't look like he rushed anything. Like it was like, oh, I gotta get this done today. I gotta edit this tomorrow. I gotta put this on tomorrow. I mean, that when I met Adam and he come to the studio, it was like all
Excuse me.
business.
Can you tell me how to get
Like
to
he
Wally
said in
World?
his video, it was kind of like, oh, I gotta get this.
Just keep
You know,
going back.
I've already
All right.
edited, but I'm gonna add this to it because you know.
Appreciate it.
I mean, he had his
Down this desolate road is where they were pulled over by the
phone in
police
his hand the whole
officer,
time
not
almost.
realizing they had tied the dog
I wonder if he's broke
to
that
their
habit
back
yet.
bumper. It's a mistake anyone can make, I suppose, but not one I would want to. Now look at the background here. This pinpoints the spot where the truckster.
And it is Adam the Woo
Would
Day,
have
so
been
if
pulled
you want to
over.
go give him a
Motorcycle
view
with
on a
the cop
video
would have
you
been
might
parked
not
right
have
here, but they
seen,
used a little
go ahead and look up
photographic
episode
trickery, and they
1713.
used the majestic mountains
Me and the
down
boys
that way,
started about
from the front
14
angle
minutes.
and the back
And
angle.
another cool dude
So
at the
it's
beginning getting in a
confusing.
bunch of small
If you ever
cars
look
he
out here,
shouldn't get in.
You will think,
It's a funny
why in
episode.
the heck does the shot not match up? It's because they used those back there on a couple of occasions from the front end and the back end. Right there.
I thought so too.
I'm on a pilgrimage to see a moose. Praise Marty Moose.
I like that look, he's got the car going. I mean, you guys can't see it, but he's got the little car,
Currently a Mexican restaurant.
cardboard cutout
At the
car
time the
painted.
movie came
Like,
out,
oh
it
man,
was a
that's
Sonic
brilliant.
drive-in.
On like what
In
a
fact,
little
right here, in this very parking spot is where the family truckster was parked. Is this your idea of a good restaurant? Dog killer. What I like is the fact that there are some remnants that still remain, like the red paint right down there. A little memento, and the pole was right down in that hole. The waitress walked up, put the tray, well, I guess I should say handed the tray to Clark, and he broke his window. Waitress, now it has been repainted, but as you can tell, other than that, precisely the same. This is the spot where they were discussing
Rosie.
the losing of the luggage.
Yeah, I look
and
forward
their
to
credit
seeing
cards.
that
But don't fret, Clark always has everything
that guy's
completely
vlogs you just introduced me
under
in. Hiker,
control.
adventurer.
Don't you trust me?
You were promoting
As long
NTL
as you don't tie me
vlogs.
to the rear bumper. Who's the moosiest moose we know? Marty Moose.
But I had to set up the laptop and get things ready.
Marty Moose. M is for Mary, where Mary used
I put a
to
couple of
be.
his videos on watch later so I don't forget.
O-G. S is for superstar, family glee. E is for everything you want to be. M-A-R-T-Y.
You got some good shots right here.
M-O-S-E. What's that spell? Marty Moose, Marty Moose, Marty Moose. Yuck!
Yeah,
That's me. As they're looking for the Grand Canyon,
good editing
it
there,
states on
Adam.
the screen somewhere in Arizona, and they pass.
You're like putting out 30-minute movies for us.
Rock formation, appropriately named
Yeah, that was a
Baby
good shot.
Rocks.
Jared, how
Started
goes
down
it?
there, moved
Yeah, I'd like to
gracefully
see the
They
Chris.
wouldn't quite make it to the Grand
But,
Canyon without
you know,
an
I'm kind of
incident,
hell
however.
bent on
Once they continued that way, a little bit of an accident was going to take place. On a dirt road now.
seeing the Back to the Future 3
Heading
videos.
down into Monument Valley,
I'm gonna start a
looking for the
woo
famous
protest.
spot of the car wreck. My goodness, this road is definitely not structurally sound. This rental car is going to need a bath. My best guess says this is the approximate location of where it happened. Notice the
Oh, I know it's gonna happen.
incline of
He
the
said it
road
was
to
gonna
be able to
happen
get the vehicle
when he
up to
showed up
speed.
that one time.
And the rocks in the background still
When he
match
showed up
how
that
it's
one
been.
time, he was like,
Well
yo,
over
you're
30
painting
years.
me. He showed up
But
at the
I'm
beginning of this
thinking
painting.
They built a ramp
Yeah, he
right
was
about here. In fact, if I was to wander way off over there a pretty good ways, you would get the angle as seen of these rocks as the car goes flying through the air. I'm not allowed to pass this sign. It's private property. You have to use your imagination a little bit and pretend we're shifted about 100, 200 yards that way. But this is it. I think he jumped it about 50 yards. That's nothing to be proud of, Rust. 50 yards. Watch out, you're going too fast, you're going too fast. Father and son talk took place.
Red. How long have we been on here? 19 minutes?
And then he ran off to find help.
I'm missing all the show just to paint
To
you,
no
bro.
avail. But at least he tried. This is also where he was going a little
I farted.
stir crazy in the desert heat. The camera zoomed right down there. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
I'd like to see, a Disney vlog, right? And I don't know if I'm just giving him this idea or if someone's already done it. But I want to see a video that has the same ride, if they have this even. I don't even know if I'm not much of a Disney person to know this much, but you might know Adventures by George. Tell me, all the Disney places, Disney Japan, France, do any of them have some of the same rides that they all have no matter what? That's a question. Do they all have a Space Mountain? Do they all have a Thunder Mountain? You know, I'm not at much. My mom worked at Disney World for 9 years of my childhood, but I just don't know enough to know if all the Disneys have some of the same rides. But that would be a good video if because he said he's traveling. That'd be a really good video if someone like really went to every Disney and did a video of every Space Mountain, you know. You smell what I'm cooking, right? That's what I would have thought. But that would be cool. How different are the different Thunder Mountains and Space Mountains? Man, I just hit the black paint. What am I doing? Man, he was being right on the edge, living on the edge there, Adam.
At a hotel up the way, that a check was attempted to be cashed. Fun fact, however, only the exteriors were used in the movie.
Hey, guys, here's a fun fact. The only kind of facts I like are fun. Fun fact. Fun fact about fun facts. I like fun facts.
In reality, it was located directly inside the lobby of these walls. And as you make your way inside the historic Stratter Hotel in Durango, Colorado, you will notice that a lot of things look precisely the same. Look at the umbrella over the top of this postcard rack. It used to be painted a different color, but it's still here. And the woodwork directly behind the counter still looks the same. And when the clerk won't catch his check, he slams his hand down, which triggers something in the cash register. It pops open. He takes the money, leaves the check, and runs out the door around the side of the stairwell. Flashback to Arizona again as he stumbles down these stairs. And if you notice, he kicks over some luggage and then runs to the edge of the canyon to find his family. There's the view. Probably the world's record shortest time spent at this overlook. And if matching up the background doesn't do it for you, take a look at this rock wall down below and the line work.
I like it. I like it, Adam.
Remains in the same
looking sharp, and you already got a booger on your glasses. That's fart work if I ever seen it at its finest. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You're done.
Version there.
Oh, good thing we're about to lose battery anyways.
From the early 80s. When they discovered Aunt Edna has died, right off the
about to lose battery anyways. Oh no, I dropped my mic. Alright, so let's just...
But currently, the Rocky Charade has pretty much taken over.
In true Woovian fashion, all my Woovian friends are here. Let's just woo out.
From that scene, as breathtaking as it is,
you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to watch the rest of this video.
Up this entire mountain with this very short shot. It was a very rainy night when they arrived at Cousin Normie's to drop off a recently passed away Aunt Edna. The door over there still looks the same as...
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
You don't see the balcony. However,
I think he looks... Did I capture Adam? Baruka Tom. Barura.
Two things happened. The first of which was Clark going to the bar to get a drink. And as you can tell from going inside, it's been totally remodeled. But this is the spot. He met up with Christy Brinkley, his first conversation.
It's snarled up. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are, creeper. Sometimes you're really funny, man. You make me go LOL and a LORMFL, whatever all them LBL.
A little bit different coloration.
I'm just laughing my butt off over, you know? What were you saying, Adam? I'm sorry.
This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm in deep. I'm in deep. The room numbers have all been changed since then. but the railing still has this unique design, and the woodwork,
Woodwork?
even though it's been repainted,
Oh, yeah.
still both the children.
I like the
looking at
woodwork.
the whole thing.
He showed that just for me. You guys don't know that, but that's how us Woovians roll. I told him I like it when he shows me woodwork.
It was a swimming waitress. You believe me, don't you, son? Sure. But you think Mama will?
He's making us some happy little videos. You guys like my happy little videos?
This overpass you see off on the
Just
distance there.
little bitty happy. Little video over here, little happiness over there.
To Wally World. Over time,
Wally World!
part of this area, and they have constructed a makeshift parking lot out of it. But you'll notice that right down here are the original yellow street.
I like petunias.
Depicting the lanes to go towards the overpass. This is the parking lot of the Santa Anita Raceway. That might moderately look familiar to you off in the distance. They also did another matte painting above the horse track. The interesting thing is the exact spot.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but
located right here. Here's the old parking marker.
Adam has
so use your imagination
camera guy.
The car would have been here. They would have
Somebody's behind the camera. Who are you?
Everything in the background.
Matching up the camera
This
shots.
is where the Griswolds wanted to be.
Oh, there's the car. This is so hilarious. That car is so funny.
One's here. First one's here. But we're so far away, Clark.
It just hangs over his shoulder.
At the end of the day, when everyone's fighting to leave,
That
we'll be
is
the first ones to get
such
out.
a work of art. I want this car. How much for that memorabilia? I don't want to woo out here too much, Woovians, but I want that freaking car!
Have also been removed.
Anybody else want that car?
Race happened. Chariots of fire. Dun, 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 dun,
I want that car!
dun, 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 dun. Who's gonna win?
That's so
Clark
funny.
or Rusty, gonna head it and have some fun. In their exuberance, they ran up.
Small Marge, that's a good one.
Was directly right here. I am channeling Marty Moose. Chevy Chase is here. Thanks with.
Oh,
The angle shifts just a few feet when that iconic moment happens.
DraftCon 4102, hello.
Along this pole here,
Earl, hello.
of course,
If I
to
hadn't
the
said
right
hello.
of this pole was
Punk,
Marty.
how's it going?
And the voice of Marty Moose.
Oh, you think it's Roscoe?
Narrated by the
Yeah, it's
director,
probably Roscoe.
Harold Ramis.
They show at the end, you're probably right.
After that disappointing moment, they peel off to purchase a gun out the same way they came in. And I'm currently standing up on the overpass that was the
Sweet.
matte painting. This is where they drove in and drove out.
I like the car on a
Drove
shtick.
this beach
I really
shoreline,
like the car on a shtick.
where you could have found the sporting goods store. Right over there. But if it wasn't for that street sign, the palm trees, and this building, it would be very hard to tell that right here was where the gas station was. Ah, progress. If you pay close attention to the windows and the design that runs directly underneath along the wall, and then a little more detail given to the elevated spot.
I like where he shows architecture
Jaunts up there about
lineups. That is
in my
really,
opinion,
you know,
right inside
really
that
cool
door
stuff.
was where the gun
Was purchased.
Dun, 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 dun. Six Flags Magic Mountain. The inside shots of Wally World. The security office is long gone, but the Griswolds would have walked directly towards me, but they were stopped. They were halted by John Candy with his hand in the air. Sorry, folks. Park's closed. Moose out front should have told you. It was also in this courtyard that the other security officer was made to roll around on the ground like a dog, right next to that planter, smack dab between the two trees. In fact, the light pole.
I
still
think my
remains.
phone's gonna
It's been revamped,
die soon, y'all.
over time. that are still in the middle of
Oh
the
yeah, phone's gonna
I could always
might die.
This was one of the two major rides you
We'll just say much love across the globe right now.
looks
Thanks
eerily
for
similar,
subscribing.
but has been revamped quite a bit. It said that some of the cast were starting to get sick because they had to ride this thing over and over and over and over to get the appropriate shots needed. In real
Y'all be
life,
good. Hope you guys enjoyed this viewing of the Adam video. I want to go to the end though, because that part, this made me laugh so hard, man. I love this. That was good.
The adventure's just for you.
He makes happy little videos for you to watch.
Don't even ask your mom. That's why the whole world is singing its song.
Singing his song. And Adam the